Good morning, and it is morning, and this today, if you're watching this today, if that makes sense, I don't know. Yes, I had the whole of yesterday off. I did not do a sausage, did not do a thing. I say this with a shudder, because one of my very beloved people in my life is going through a lot of pain at the moment, and physically, due to a problem with us. And anyway, and I don't want to sort of, say anything to say, oh, well, I was in pain, but I was actually in a lot of pain. Basically, when I was making this little thing here, I actually was using a lot of water for her floor, feet, and it was freezing cold for about a good week and a half. And I think if you look back on the vlogs, I was saying a lot that my feet are like blocks of ice. For the 2 days I was working on this, and I got wet feet as well. I chilblains. I get chilblains, nothing but I actually couldn't sleep all of not last night, but the night before, and then the whole of yesterday. I had to put pieces of tissue paper in between my toes, because when they were touching each other, the pain was absolutely thing. So how my poor old dear feels, I do not know, because it's like she's got it continuous. She's got marzipan though. Mm-hmm. but all it took was, like I said, just the day of actually keeping my feet at a good temperature. It's a lot warmer as well now, the weather, so I'm back to it. But so luckily it's all back to normal, but I had a day off, and it was actually quite nice to have a day off where I really didn't even think about anything at all. I watched some Theme Park Worldwide, and seeing that it was Valentine's Day, we watched my favourite film of all time. I watched Groundhog Day, and I noticed something that I hadn't noticed before about it, and it's quite beautiful. I realised that actually there is a very poignant point where he actually comes out of the time loop, and he comes out of the time loop before the 6 o'clock in the morning at the end of the film. He actually comes out just before it, and he actually even recognises it, but he doesn't say anything. He recognises it, and he knows that things are going to be the change. It's very subtle and very thing. See if you can spot it. But there's a part in the film where where the time loop stops and it comes back to normal time, and he looks and he recognises it and he knows. But it's very subtle. So anyway, that's what I did yesterday. So I'm going to do Taboo DIY today. I'm just down here, just dropped Emma off, and I'm just going to do some measurements, and I'm going to go to Taboo DIY and get some wood cut for the last bit of wood needed for the finishing of the Playmobil land. So anyway, I'm waffling now, so it is time to say goodbye.